get degrees, but we all come from communities. And the question is, what impact can we make in those communities where we come from? Or where we find ourselves? What impact, what is your circle of influence, right? So that's very important to remember. I mean, I don't want to say much, but just to say that I wish you the best in everything that you do, and I hope that the skills you've learned from this will take you far. Because leadership, by the way, I know that Sharon, I'm really happy that Sharon is here, but maybe I must talk about her a little bit. So Sharon, whom I don't meet often, actually, if she wasn't there, I wouldn't do maybe, let's see, 90% of what I do. Because she supports us to make sure that we're able to achieve, and sometimes she goes over hours. You know how the time, 3 o'clock or 12 o'clock, people are gone. But she, on a Friday, for example, I know we run very late with documents and so forth. She will stay over just to finish, to complete the task. She will follow up very early in the morning to make sure it's complete. So the issue about ethics is about not just waiting to be someone to tell you what to do and when to do it. And also doing things only when people are watching, right? So for example, if our parents are not around, we know that then I say, oh, I've got so much freedom, so the world is, open. There's a lot happening, but issues around ethics, discipline, trying to focus, and blocking noise. I call noise as things which distract us from what we should be doing. And sometimes that also goes to friendships. Some friendships are good, some really are time wasters. So you should be able to judge what situations you find yourself in, what is the best way to go, because every day you have to make decisions. And you have to decide what will make impact, what is going to make a difference. But at each stage in your life, you have goals to meet. So the first thing is to look at you yourself, your skills. The skills you need are very important. So apart from your curriculum, which you get in class, where you're taught theory and you write exams. By the way, I just think exams are still very traditional. Sometimes you can't measure from the exam exactly what you have learned. Some people memorize, they have sharp memories. I mean, I have a daughter who can, if I give her a page or two, she will answer everything according to the page. But if I start checking what she understood, I know that actually she just has a very good memory. And that can be very dangerous, regurgitating information and so forth. So programs like this actually help you to go out of that box, to be able to think. Most people these days actually don't think. I'm sorry to say that. Most of us spend a lot of time on social media. We don't think, we just follow others. You understand what I mean? I don't mean that people don't think, that's really not right. But we just follow, we are followers. So you hear something, oh, there's a new app which is doing this. Yes, download, okay? We never think of, can I design an app which will do something, give a solution to a social problem? We are end users of technology, actually. So we wait for the West or, the kids in Asia. I mean, I went to South Korea, the university, the students, Samsung comes to the university where they design, they look at the designs, app designs, but also of the phones, to try to test, and then they're always coming up with new ideas. So we, in Africa, tend to be end users. So when something is developed, we are the best market. And we have to move from that. So when we talk about social innovation, entrepreneurship, it's about the ability to think. So this program helps you to think for yourself, right? You're not just thinking about, oh yeah, today I just wait for something to happen. There's a dance there, let's go. So you wait for people to tell you what to do, which is, I think, terrible. You should have a plan, your own plan. What is your plan? What is your focus? What do you want to achieve in life? There are many people contribute to our success. There are many communities which need a lot of help. From the projects that I was listening to, I was very excited about the type of projects that you get involved in. So this gives you a platform of being aware of what is going out there, what can I do with my skills, what have I learned? And learning doesn't stop here. There are many opportunities. So to tell you from my office, some of the things that we're doing now is for those of you who will be at DUT for some time, for the next 3 or 4 years, but I hope you graduate earlier. There are many opportunities for one of the programs we've instituted is about student exchange, where we are getting students to, so some the partnerships we're having are allowing students to go out for 2-3 months to another university or environment. It can be in Europe, USA, or even within Africa. Some of you are scared of Africa, but not all parts of Africa are bad, by the way. It just depends if there are wars on. So obviously we'll check that the places are safe. To go there to spend 3 months to learn what other cultures do. But also it helps you to learn how other people study. Because the exchanges, it's not the cultural exchange, but you can see how people work. Because when you are here, you think, oh yeah, the world is just us in KZN, but the world is large. Even when I go to Gauteng, to TUT, for example, I just look at the culture the students have. I can see there's a big difference with some of our students. And I just wish they could be that exchange. So there are many opportunities. Next week, we are taking a group to the USA of 11 students who are going to science. People are doing science, technology, engineering, and maths to go for a scientific visit. They will present at a conference. There will be specialists there who help them. But they also have opportunities to study in the US. They pick some students from this event. So we are planning quite a number of things. So I just want to encourage you to study hard. Don't be happy with 50%, just making it, just making it at 50%. Try to work hard. There are many opportunities for BTech scholarships, honor scholarships, master scholarships. And I went Sharon to go for our postgraduate degrees. And so, yeah, there's a lot on offer. So, wish you the best, God bless, and take care. And then also, I think we should just spend a moment of silence. Dr. Reda, I'm really sorry to hear about your brother, the loss of your brother. If you can just give a moment of silence, and then we can stop. Thank you very much. Thank you.